Hello pupils, for today's English class we'll focus on what we call nouns. Okay, in English we have two types of nouns. We have what we call the common nouns and the proper nouns. Alright, let's read. We are referring to page 50 of your English book. Sam comes to Mauritius. Here we go. Sam and Wendy are cousins. Sam lives in England. He has come to visit Mauritius. Sam and Wendy are cousins. Sam lives in England. He has come to visit Mauritius. Let's continue. Wendy goes to Sursiusagar Ramgoolam International Airport in Plaine Magnan with her father. I repeat, Wendy goes to Sursiusagar Ramgoolam International Airport in Plaine Magnan with her father. They sit on a bench and wait for Sam. There is a dog sleeping nearby. They sit on a bench and wait for Sam. There is a dog sleeping nearby. Two pilots walk by and get into a taxi. As you can see here, there is a dog. Here is Wendy and her father. And here are the two pilots who are getting into a taxi. Then Wendy's cousin arrives. Wendy gives him flowers. When they reach home, they see a cat sitting near the door. Then Wendy's cousin arrives. Wendy gives him flowers. When they reach home, they see a cat. As you can see here, there's a cat. Here is Wendy. Here is Sam sitting near the door. Here is a door. I will read again the text, okay, and you will focus on the words that have been highlighted with blue, green, pink, orange colors, okay? Sam comes to Mauritius. Sam and Wendy are cousins. Sam lives in England. He has come to visit Mauritius. Wendy goes to Sursiusagar Ramgoolam International Airport in Plaine Magnan with her father. They sit on a bench and wait for Sam. There is a dog sleeping nearby. Two pilots walk by and get into a taxi. Then Wendy's cousin arrives. Wendy gives him flowers. When they reach home, they see a cat sitting near the door. Let's read what is found here. The words in bold are names of people, places, animals, and things. As you can see here, these words are in bold characters and also they are colored, isn't it? And these words are called nouns. The words in bold are names of people, places, animals, and things. These words are called nouns. What does this imply? This implies that the name of people, the name of places, the name of animals, and things are called nouns. Okay? And you will see that normally for a noun to be called a noun, I repeat, for a noun to be called a noun, you can put this letter, which is the article a or the article an, in front of it. For example, we can say a taxi. If we can say a taxi, therefore the word taxi is a noun. Here for an, we can say an hour or an eye. We will see later when do we use a and when do we use an. If we can say an hour, an eye, therefore the words hour and eye are called nouns. Okay? You have to just cross-check to see whether we can put the word a in front of the word. For example, I will take the word beautiful and you will see that we can't say a beautiful. We can't say a beauty. We can say a beautiful girl, but we can't say a beautiful alone. Since we cannot say a beautiful, the word beautiful is not a noun. Okay? We will see later that beautiful is an adjective. Okay? Alors, I repeat myself. If I can put these articles in front of these words, for example, we can say a taxi, an hour, an eye, a boy, a pen, a bicycle, bicycle, pen, taxi, hour, and eye are called nouns. And here we also say that the names of people, places, animals, and things are called nouns. Now let's classify these from the text, the word that we learned from the text, in 4 different columns. Okay? We have the first one, which will be the column for people. The second one will be the column for places. The third one will be the column for animals. And the fourth one will be the column for things. And as we are referring to the text, we have seen that Sam, Wendy, okay, the pilots, father, and cousin are some names of people, isn't it? Sam is a person, Wendy is a person, the cousin is a person, father is a person, the pilots are people. Therefore, we can classify them in the column for people. What about England, Mauritius, Sir Siusagar Ramgoolam International Airport, Plaine Magnan and home? Here we are referring to places. And when we are referring to places, as we refer to people, these words are known as nouns. England, Mauritius, Sir Siusagar Ramgoolam International Airport, Plaine Magnan and home are the name of places, and still we can't find them in the text that we have read earlier. What about dog and cat? You already know that dog and cat are animals. These are the two animals that we are talking in this text. Okay, the cat is here, the word dog is here. And what about things? The bench, the taxi, the flowers, and the door are the things that we are referring to in the text. Now let's look at the word. I will do one in for each column, and you will continue to classify the other words in the different columns. We have 4 columns. We have the column for people, we have the column for places, we have the column for animals, we have the column for things. Let's read the instruction first. I write the words in the correct boxes. I repeat the instruction. I write the words in the correct boxes. We have the word Rodriguez. Rodriguez, according to you, is Rodriguez a person, the name of a place, the name of an animal, or the name of a thing? Very good. Rodriguez is the name of a place. It is an island. Therefore, the word Rodriguez will be put in the column for places. What about the word sister? Sister, is it a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Indeed, the word sister here is referred to a person. Therefore, we put it in the column for people. What about the word book? The word book, is it the name of a person, of a place, of an animal, or a thing? Good. The word book is a thing. What about the word rabbit? Indeed, the word rabbit is the name of an animal. You will continue with the others. Let's read them. We have the word hospital. Hospital, is it a person, a place, an animal, or a thing? Mika, Mika. School, school. Teacher, teacher. Horse, horse. Bird, bird. Flag, flag. And car. If ever you are having some difficulty to know these words, you just have to Google them. Okay, you Google these words on your phone or on your computer, and you refer to the image, and you will see the image for hospital, the image for a school, the image for a teacher, the image for a horse, the image for a bird, the image for a flag, and the image for a car, and you will find it quite easy then to fill in the columns. Okay? Now we'll move to the social, scientific, and environmental education book. We are referring to page 47. You remember our last lesson where you were told to fill in with the names of your grandfathers, grandmothers, father, mother. Either you have a sister or brother or more. You can add some bubble here. For today's lesson, you will have to write, I write 2 sentences, which means this is the first one, and this one will be the second one. Okay, you can write it first, second, first, second, first, second, first, second, first and second. You have to write 2 sentences about your family members. You can write about how old are they and what they like or what work they do. Okay, when we are talking about the how old they are, we are referring to their age. For example, you can say grandfather, any one of your grandfather, even so the one who is here or the one who has died earlier. You can write, for example, my grandfather has, let's say, 60 years old, okay? What they like, okay? You can say, my grandfather likes eating potato, for example, okay? What work they do? Now, if your grandmother is still alive and she's working, you can say, for example, my grandmother works in an office, okay? And my grandfather is 54 years old. When you write the ages, please write the ages in words. For example, if your grandmother is 64, you have to write SIXTY for FOUR for 64. You must not write the figures, okay? Don't write the figures. You better write the age in words. For example, 64. You learn about it in mathematics, okay? Now, let's look at your brother. You know, if you have a little brother, therefore your little brother does not work, but you have a brother which is older, you can write about his work here. And if it is little, if it is a small brother, then you can write about his age. You can say he is 2 years old. What he likes, okay, you can say my brother likes eating ice creams, okay? The same thing you do for your mother and father. If you know the age of your father, you will say he is, for example, 33 years old. He likes swimming in the sea, or he works as a mason, okay? You just have to choose. You have 3 choices here. You can choose about his age. You can choose about what he likes, his interest, and what works they do about his or her job, okay? You will ask for the help of your parents to complete these sentences, okay? This is another homework in the Social, Scientific, and Environmental Education book. As I told you, the work is on page 47, right?